confidence up with it, it can be a lot of fun. Look at that. Oh, nice. Hello and welcome to Motion RC. I'm here with an extra flight review on the quite recently released F-35 Lightning II V3. Now this is essentially a completely new model, but the purpose of this video here today, as ever, in these European skies and at these European clubs, is to show you that it can perform very well off of grass. Now, with that in mind, we don't really need to talk about the specs of the models. You're fully aware of what it is. It is a 70mm jet. I am flying it off of a 4000 milliamp hour 6S. Now, if you can see that, you can see that there, Tom?
Yep.
The pen line there is where it should balance, but with this pack, I actually prefer it a little further back, and that's for two reasons. First of all, taking off on grass, I prefer it a little tail heavy, just helps it to get up, but also when it's up in the air, it's with that slightly rearward CG, it's actually a lot more fun, but still very, very stable. Now, there are two things to note with the F-35 off of grass. What you may see, Tom, I don't know if you can go a little lower and see that there, but you'll notice that it's riding a little bit high. The nose is pointing up, I mean. Tom, is that clear for you?
Yeah, it's clear.
Now, that is intentional because out of the box it pretty much comes like that, as you can see. But what I've done, it's very simple, and I will show you here. Tom, I think if you can you get a shot in there? How's that looking?
Yeah.
Now, you probably see a little bit of yellow silicone there. What I've done, I've unscrewed the grub screws on the strut, and I've raised it up and I've put a little bit of silicone in that space. It's about 10mm that you gain. Now, my reason for doing that is to increase that angle of attack for taking off, because what I've found is standard setup, it pretty much sticks to the ground, but with this raised nose, you've got that higher angle of attack for taking off, and as there's no flaps and as it's a 70mm, that actually really helps us get up into the air. The only other thing you will need that will be really beneficial for a model like this, pretty much true for all the 70mm, is a big long screwdriver. Not for assembly, but for, first of all, see this big cheetah hole in the bottom? It does have one, and it has a habit of sucking up all that grass into the fan. And as soon as it does that, that really kills your efficiency. So, what you use this for, Tom, can you see down there? Can you see any of the grass down there?
I really
struggling.
Yeah, I think
okay.
A little bit.
Well, the point being is there is quite a lot of grass down there already. We have flown this once before already today. So what I'm going to do, maybe just get a wide shot of that. I'm just going to use the screwdriver, take my glasses off so I can see, and I'm just going to get rid of some of that grass that's around the shroud, because as I said, that really does kill the efficiency. It doesn't hurt the fan, doesn't hurt the model in any way, but it does help get your efficiency back. And what we'll see when I power that up is a bit of grass shooting out the rear. So that is a very worthwhile tip. It's worth having a very long screwdriver with these 70mm EDFs when off grass, because it will suck up all those grass clippings and that will kill your efficiency. But right now we're going to get it out onto the strip and we'll do a flight review, fast flying, slow flying, and all the fun in between. So Tom, if you're ready, we'll get the onboard rolling and we'll do this flight review.
I'm ready.
All right. Okay, now if you are to taxi with this model, be sure to only taxi in low rate. Being a very relatively small trike and with a low ground pattern, it will tend to nose over if you oversteer, especially in crosswind. I've walked it out though because I want to save my battery. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off, as I do with most of my 70mm jets, let it build up speed fully, and then at mid to high rate, just pull up on the elevator and you should see it rise off ground. But especially so with that mod on the gear, and especially with a slightly rearward pack. All right, Tom, you ready?
Ready.
All right, taking off. Okay, and then up and down. Mid elevator. Got to compensate a little bit for the camera. All right. Now it is a stealth plane in real life, or at least semi-stealth, and it's true to form. Visibility, you just got to keep an eye on. This is a full power pass now. Tom, you good?
Yep.
Nice. All right, get my trim sorted. A little bit.
Now it's stealth again.
Yeah, now it's stealth again. It looks a lot like the F-22, hey? Okay, one more full power pass. Quite a strong wind now. So not ballistically fast, and obviously we're carrying a little more drag with that camera, but still a lot of fun. I'm going to switch it up now. This is a slow pass. Look at that. That looks great. Just minimal power there. And bringing it round. Oh, that's where it does get me on the old orientation. All right, let's do quickly the aerobatics. That's slow rate roll, and I'll bring it back around again, and we'll do high rate. It does roll really nicely actually, this one. Okay, ready, and high rate roll. Now, got to remember that I still have mine set quite low. We'll come on to some more fun with the roll in a minute. It's riding slightly nose high, which is how I like it. And then we're going to come around, power on into a loop. Tom, I'll get it past you first.
Okay.
Okay. And now we're going to go up into a loop. Plenty of power in the loop there. Nice, nice, nice. Bring it round, easing off the power. And coming out at about a third throttle. I'm going to roll off with that one. Now I'm going to bring it back round. And what I like about the F-35, you can have a lot of fun with the sticks on this one. Now what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to mix in that high rate rudder with some ailerons and really have some fun. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. That is just stupid. And then you just let go of the sticks and it comes out of it. We're going to go around now and mix in some elevators, try and stall it into some fun maneuvers. How's that looking, Tom?
Good.
Now you notice a little bit of wing rock, and I didn't see that before. Don't worry about that. That's actually the camera adding some adverse drag to one side. So I'll bring it around again. How's that looking, Tom?
Good, good, good.
All right. So now I'm going to go full power. I mean full rates on everything, and I'm just going to go up and pop it round. Oh. And then cut the power. Look at that. That's fun. And then just let go of the sticks, and it brings itself out. Lovely. So don't be afraid to push the boundaries. Do remember to keep a bit of height though. I'll do another pass and then do kind of like a skidding pass if I can. There we go, nice sharp turn. That's power, and it's got enough to go around. It will run out of energy just at the top, but then you roll out of it. Okay, and bring it around again and see if I can get it into kind of a spin. The wind is really quite gusty now.
Yep.
And here we go, here we go. This is the stall, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. How's that, Tom?
It's good.
Okay, pretty much no stall, and then we'll just let it do that, and then power off again. Yeah, a lot of fun. This is the type of model where once you've flown it a few times and you've got your confidence up with it, it can be a lot of fun. Look at that. Ah, nice. Okay, bring it back around. Now we'll do a landing, and then what I want to show you guys is that you can actually hand launch this model. Lightning 2, there it is. Now on landing, the gear's coming down now. Do note that I get around 4 minutes on this one. There's the phone again, we'll just talk over that. Now I'm going to go into mid rates on the elevator. Everything else is on low. I want to keep that nose high, let the speed bleed off. Of course you can mix flaperons in this if you wish. You keep pulling up on the elevator, keep flaring, keep flaring, keep flaring. Oh, look at that, 3-pointer pretty much. You can see the Oleos doing their thing. So what we're going to quickly do is put a fresh pack in, and I think, Tom, you're quite the hand launcher extraordinaire, right?
Gonna try it.
We're going to hand launch it, and then we can belly land it as well, because that's the great thing about these 70 mils. If your grass is rougher in this, and if you're looking for just a great all-round 70 mil hand launch model, you can either just keep the gear in and retract it for hand launch, then bring it down for landing, as Tom, I know you like to do. Or if you want to go all out, you can remove the gear completely and tape up those wheel wells and just have a very lightweight 70 mil hand launch and belly land model. So, but for this example, we're just going to hand launch it and then belly land it with the gear up. So Tom, I'll just change the pack and we'll do that quickly. So I'm back at the main camera now. I'm going to launch in mid to high rates, holding up a bit of elevator. Tom's going to give it the best launch of his life, and then we'll show you how it belly lands as well. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a good one. Oh. Nice, all right, back to the camera then. So, need a little bit of a trim there because I didn't have the camera on this time. But that was the same throw as I've always seen you do, Tom. But it actually went off really, really quick. There it is. And now, bring it back round. We'll just do a little bit of this. And then I'm going to do a low power pass Lovely, looks really good. And then I'll bring it around and we will do the belly landing, just to show that it can. Again, if you want a nice and easy 70mm modern jet, this is definitely the thing you want, and it's great off of even the roughest grass when you can consider that you can hand launch it very, very easily and belly land it too. So I'm going to come in with a little bit of a nose up attitude, directly into wind, really slow it down nicely. Flare. There we go. Great thing about it, it's got that hard bit of plastic on the bottom as well. That acts as a really nice skid for contact point, and it just comes straight down. So there we go. That's the F-35 V3, F-35 Lightning II V3 extra flight review off of grass, showing it that it's very, very grass capable with the gear, or if you want to go for the hand launch option, it will do that too. So it's in both stores now. Do check it out. Beautifully finished. I mean, I must say it really stands out as a step beyond previous 70mm in terms of fit and finish. It's a great flyer, flies for around 4 minutes on the 4000 mAh pack. I'm going to run the rest of this pack out and I'll see you for the next one.